Trump-Putin meeting could take place next week, top Kremlin aide says. A meeting between Donald Trump and Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin could take place as early as next week, a top Kremlin aide said Thursday, as the U.S. president's deadline for Moscow to show progress in ending its war in Ukraine looms. Preparations for the meeting are already underway, and although it was difficult to say how long they will take, the goal is for the meeting to take place next week, Kremlin aide Yuri Ushakov said. According to Russian state media RIA Novosti. If the meeting does go ahead, it would be the first held between the leaders of the two countries since 2021, when Putin met former President Joe Biden in Geneva, Switzerland. Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. On Wednesday, Trump said there was a good chance that the two leaders could meet very soon to discuss a potential end to the war in Ukraine, hours after Special Envoy Steve Witkoff met Putin. On Thursday, Putin said that the United Arab Emirates could be a suitable location for the meeting, after welcoming its president, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, to Moscow earlier in the day. Ushakov, a former Russian ambassador to Washington, said the location had already been agreed upon but did not confirm where it would take place. According to RIA. He played down the chances of trilateral talks between Putin, Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, something put forward by Witkoff, saying Moscow had not responded to the proposal. Putin suggested that he generally has nothing against meeting with the Ukrainian leader, but that certain conditions must be met for this. Zelensky said Thursday that various potential formats for leader-level meetings to bring peace were discussed, including 2 bilateral meetings and 1 trilateral. The pressure on Russia is working. But the main thing is that they do not deceive us in the details. Neither us, nor the United States, the Ukrainian leader said during his nightly video address to the nation. Ukraine is not afraid of meetings and expects the same brave approach from the Russian side. It is time we ended the war, he said in a post on social media. Witkoff and Putin met for 3 hours in Moscow on Wednesday, though Trump later said that they had not been a breakthrough between the two men. He was also cautious when questioned about the timeline for a deal, saying he has been disappointed before with this one. The meeting, which saw Witkoff visit Russia for the 5th time this year, came after a frustrated Trump imposed a deadline on Moscow, which is due to expire on Friday, to agree to a ceasefire or face tough secondary sanctions, hitting countries that buy Russian oil with a 100% tariff. Critics have suggested Putin's actions in recent months have been attempts to stall proceedings and buy time for his troops to gain further ground on the battlefield in Ukraine. Trump, meanwhile, has repeatedly expressed his growing frustration that Putin says one thing, but then does another. We had a deal done 4 times and then you go home and you see that Russia just attacked a nursing home or something in Kiev. So what the hell was that all about? The U.S. leader said in an interview with the BBC last month. Zelensky, who spoke to Trump following Wednesday's meeting between Putin and Witkoff, said Wednesday that it seems that Russia is now more inclined toward a ceasefire.